Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Episode 14 of Volleyball, the Tuesday after. Thank you for allowing me back in your living room or wherever you may be. Pretty good lineup. We got two good interviews today. We got Brandie Wilkerson, You Ask, I Deliver. And of course, we have Trevor Crabb coming up later. And before I get to them, just want to wish congratulations to the Norwegians, Team Norway. That's Anders Mall and Christian Sorum, who finished second in San Jose, but have been a dominant force in some of these 5 stars, including Stade and Vienna. The unstoppable team has corrected what they missed in San Jose, beating Vajlek and Brill from Poland in this finals in Las Vegas. And of course, Brandie Wilkerson committed some Canada on Canada crime, beating Sarah Pavin and Melissa Humana Paredes. And congratulations to both men and women. Congratulations to the 3rd place team, Maria Antonelli and Carol, for beating Anna and Rebecca. And I believe Anna injured her ankle, and I wish her a speedy recovery. I hope it's not too bad, but it was actually pretty bad, where she couldn't really walk, couldn't move. But optimistic, if not hopeful, she'll be okay. And congratulations to those two, and congratulations to the Russians, of course, for beating out my new favorite American team, Trevor Crabb and Tri-Born. That's Kolesnikov and Stoyanovsky. In a very, very grinded out 3rd set that was 20-18. Both teams had their opportunity. 2 evenly matched teams. It was just about how the ball bounced, and that's exactly, for anyone that saw it, that's exactly how it went down. All right, let's get on with these interviews. Welcome back to Volleyball, the Tuesday after. What's up, guys? Have I got a treat for you? Because the last few episodes, everybody's like, how come you don't have enough women on your show, huh? How come you don't have enough women? And where's all the international players? Huh? How come you only interview American people's wah. So guess what? I took care of your 2-in-1. I am here just for you, because on my show, I have the female sensation, the 5'10" blocker, the one who touches her toes and then touches the sky. Brandie Wilkerson, what's up?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Cool, man. So we are a couple of days removed from your platform 1440 victory. Your second in a row. In fact, the only 2. So now that you had a chance to settle down, I guess my question is this: can you take me through the last play of the last 2 players, or does all of that seem like a merciful blur?
It's definitely a bit of a blur, but I think I remember the last play. I know that Heather had tossed the ball, and I made every effort to kind of give her a good set, and I think I remember it well, because I'm pretty sure I gave her the wrong call, but she is just such an amazing player that she had good enough vision to kind of see the right shot, and she just scored it beautifully, I think, with a cut shot. So I think that's why I was even extra excited, because I'm like, I messed up, but she still figured it out. And that's the beauty of our team, and that we can just, figure it out.
Yeah, so listen, with styles making matchups, there are certain people, I'll give you a crazy example. There's a team, a random team that could be like the #1 team in the world, but they always struggle against someone who might be ranked number 10 or 11. So with styles making matchups, who's your most difficult challenge? Who's the team you're like, oh man, I got them? This is going to be hard, you know?
It's tough. I mean, like, every team we play, it's now been like multiple times. So I think that's been the hardest part. So definitely teams that we've played more than 3 times. We have a Czech team that we've played like 6 times now this year. And then obviously Maria and Karol, like we've played them just recently, and we've played them 2 other times in the year. So I think while everyone is so talented, being able to consistently and repeatedly win against such an incredible team has been the hardest part.
I can imagine. I mean, for those of you watching, I'll give you a little education. They Platform 1440 in San Jose, which I miss, by the way. I was in Tuscany, Italy. You know, one of them good problems, you know, happy wife, happy life, you know. In fact, before I go any further, fellas, education. If you're lucky enough to have a woman like I have, Kelly Campbell, and if she lets you do whatever the F you want, and she asks you to do these 1 or 2 things, get us some ice cream, let's go to Italy, just do those things, please. Just do those things, right? And Casey, Casey knows better. Casey's like, dude, you're actually going to miss something. Like, Casey, you have a wife that lets you do whatever you want, but when she asks you to do the 1 or 2 things, come on, we have the same kind of wife. So you won a Platform, right? And who'd you play? Drum roll, please.
We played Brazil. Carol Fagotto and Maria Antonelli.
Nice. See, and because both of you guys are so nice, and you knew I was in Italy, and you knew I'd miss it. You guys did the rematch for me in the semifinals, so I could watch it live. I really appreciate that.
It definitely wasn't for me. I don't love playing the same teams over and over. I'm kidding.
So it's all right. It's been kind of a fun year, a competitive year for you. You got a 5th place in Hamburg. You got a 3rd place in Stade. You got I believe you got a 1st place in Warsaw, right? You played in Warsaw. And Ostrava, you got 2nd. I mean, I can go on and on. Is it one of those things? Actually, my question is this: the significant improvement from like the last 12 months, like where you were last year and where you are this year. What are some of the things that have helped you take the extra step forward?
There's definitely been a nice steady increase for our team, and I think it's just been a result of just the time we put in together. Heather and I were just getting to know each other last year. I was just getting to know the game. It was really my first year as a main draw player last year, so there was a lot to learn for me, and we were kind of getting our team assembled in that, whether it was our coaching or our training, or like support at home, like our IST, just kind of surrounding ourselves with the right people and letting ourselves kind of take advantage of these opportunities and travel to these 5- and 4-star events and learn from those. So I think it's just been a build of a lot of hard work in the off season. Every chance we get when we're at home or in LA, or if I'm playing an AVP or a Norseca or whatever, like anytime I can get a touch on the ball and learn, I think it's now showing in these medals.
No doubt. Okay, and a question for the volleyball purist. As far as like physical preparation for some of these long world tours, do you get the brunt of it done? And what I don't know, might not even substitute as a preseason. There is no preseason for volleyball. It's all year round. So is your physical preparation coming up to a tournament? Is it like a weights thing? Do you do stairs? California, a lot of people like the sand dune or whatever. How much physical preparation do you do? And how close to the tournament do you do it?
Right. Yeah, our physical preparation is alongside our practices. It's all year round. We have a great strength and conditioning coach that helps us calibrate it. Like in a time like this, after this tournament, we'll have a couple weeks or a month off, so we'll up the weights a little bit or try to like maybe deload at first and then build it up again. But when we're in competition, like in the heart of the season, we still like to get in the gym. We'll get in the gym at least 2 days before a tournament, have a nice, like, efficient list, like some free weights, some conditioning on the bike, and just kind of make sure that you keep everything activated. And then if we're ever home for a week, we'll still go to the gym maybe 2-3 times in that week. And just keep the consistency, I think, is key. And balancing and making sure that we're not overdoing it. We are also practicing all the time.
No doubt. Cool. My friend Lali Amante, who's a very, very avid volleyball player and for some reason likes me a lot, she just, we're on Facebook Live, so she asked, this random, I guess I'm going to be plugging in some of these questions before it's over. Who pays for the athlete's hotel and plane tickets? Woo-hoo! She be nosy. She ain't answering that. Lolly, why are you starting nonsense?
We want to find a sugar mama. No, it's different with every federation. For the Canadian Federation, athletes take care of it all.
Right.
So, obviously, once you make a main draw, the tournament takes care of the hotel for you. Mm-hmm. And then once you're eliminated, then you're out the next day and you have to take care of your own accommodations.
Right.
But yeah, Heather and I are self-supported, and it's just, just part of it. And we play for more than just the money. So
absolutely,
I think
yeah.
That's why we can,
of course.
We can handle managing it. Yeah.
No, of course. Hey, look at that. Lali says, I love Brandie. I had a pick with her in AVP New York City Open. Hey, Kelly Campbell. We were just talking about you. That's my girlfriend. She's at work, but she said if you were on, she was definitely plugging in and listening. You happen to be loved by many of the American fans as much as the international population. Okay, so let's talk a little bit outside shop. You're originally from Switzerland?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, where'd you grow up? Did you grow up there?
Until I was about 7 or 8, yeah. Oh, my family's still there, so definitely still feels like home.
Okay. All right. And you reside in Toronto now?
Yes, I now live in Toronto.
Nice. That's awesome. Cool. So, how long, you and Heather, when did you guys first start teaming up? How long have you guys been together?
It's been like 2 years now. Heather and I played that country quota in 2016 for the World Tour Finals.
Okay.
That's kind of when we first met each other. We weren't officially playing or anything. We were just trying something out, and she needed a partner, so we just kind of went for it.
Did you guys go to Long Beach that year too? For the World Series, or was
no,
I
went with my original partner that time, so it was just after that. And,
yeah.
So that's kind of when Heather and I met. And then a month after that, for the first event for Fort Lauderdale in 2017 is when we had our first official tournament together.
Okay, nice, cool. Because you guys have been a great chemistry, and if she's around later today, just tell her I want to compliment her on her amazing defense. I think she does an excellent job, and I talked to your coach about this. She does an excellent job taking an extra step before she hits the ground. You know, like a lot of people, they see the ball moving and they feel like they got to lunge right away. And she has this really good knack of like, wait, I got a half step, and then if I have to, because I think she finds herself not having to hit the ground, just taking the half step and then boom, then stop, then go. You know. Do you share my sentiment on that? You watch video of yourselves?
I do watch some video of myself. We break things a lot. We break things down a lot in practice as well. Same thing for Heather's defense. She's a student of the game, so and the best in the world. So I'm not surprised to hear how great her defense is. I do not give her any defensive advice. I do not want to be a defender at all. I don't know anything about it, so I'll just let her take care of that.
Listen, she should be happy in the rear with the gear, man. She's got a very good blocker in front of her, and I guess that's the last question I'm going to ask about volleyball, because I know this interview is only supposed to be 10 minutes, but you know how I am, people. I'm looking at the camera right now. So what technically about your block do you think that's brought you a lot of success? I mean, you're listed at 5'10". You know, you go against Stockman, who's 6 feet. You go against Kelly Larson, who's 6'2". And out of the four of them, in my opinion, you're the best. You're the best blocker out of that whatever. So, what's one of the most important things that you have a heightened emphasis on blocking? If there's more than one, if it's two, you can tell me that too. That gives you your should I say volleyball prosperity at the net.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be a combination of things. I feel like mentally I am very focused on what I have to do up there and understand that and value the details and just the reading and that it takes, like when you have to read the hitter,
yeah,
the adjustments and
I guess
responsibility.
Yeah, and I guess knowing your hitter too, right?
Yeah, and knowing them and just going beyond just like what the technical aspect of blocking is and just kind of reading the game and making the call. And I always tell Heather, I'm like, I'm so close to the net, I feel closer to the team than you are. And I kind of like take advantage of that and understand the team dynamic and the player as much as I can. And then I guess technically speaking, I've had a lot of coaches. I've asked for a lot of help to help me with the minor footworks and the hand placements and the timing and all those other finer details. So, yeah, I think that's why I block well, I hope.
Okay. No, listen, that's an excellent stab at a question you might not have saw coming, but... all right, so listen, I'm going to let you go, but before I go, I have a non-volleyball thing I call the lightning round. I don't know if you've ever seen my show, but I always hit people up with this at the end. Are you ready?
Okay.
Got your seatbelt on?
Oh, I'm stoked. I'm ready.
Okay, ice cream or cupcakes?
Pardon?
Ice cream or cupcakes?
Ice cream.
All right, pool or the beach?
Beach.
Okay, good volleyball name. You shall not pass or kiss my ace?
Kiss my ace.
Everybody likes kiss my ace. Everybody loves kiss my ace.
I know, unless you were like, you shall not.
Yes, of course. That's the block. That's Gandalf, right?
Whole staff and everything for it. I don't think it would be done well enough.
No. Could you imagine if both of those were ace related though? You shall not pass, man. People would think you were a jerk. What'd you say to me? All right.
Those are pretty fantastic.
All right, if there's one person in the history of time, present or past, dead or alive, that you'd like to have dinner with and talk to, maybe pick their brain, who would it be? She's like, Jason, you said this would be 10 minutes.
We're going for an hour? No.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many really cool people. Maybe Michelangelo?
Okay.
Is that weird?
No, especially not for me. I'm a prisoner at the moment. I just got back from Italy.
Yeah,
You know? I saw some really good stuff in Donatello. Yeah, I saw some really good stuff in Florence, Siena. Tuscany's a small town. Faye, the indoor blocker, Faye, he actually lives there. You know?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a bakery outside my villa, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and the bakery's open, and they're all jammed by the TV watching men's indoor volleyball. They're big indoor fanatics, as I once was until I moved right here, Hermosa Beach, California. So,
well, hopefully that beach tournament in Rome happens, and then it's festival.
Oh man, you'd be really excited about that, wouldn't you?
Oh, so excited.
Cool. All right, I had enough of you. That's all I got, Brandie. Love you very much, and thank you for taking the time out for me, and of course the dozens of people listening on Facebook Live, and the thousands of people who are going to be listening to my on the release on this, which comes out later tonight. Okay.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate the love and all your good vibes always.
We bet. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brandie Wilkerson. You asked and I delivered. Don't say I never did anything for you guys. Seriously. That's it. Hey, welcome back, faithful Jason DeVilliers. And have I got another guest for you? Right after Brandie Wilkerson, here he comes, the Hawaii native, Long Beach State star. It's Trevor Crabb. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me.
Cool, man. Pleasure's all mine. So let's work, like I usually do. Let's work from the recent past with the FIVB tournament. You guys, you and Tri-Born finished 4th.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Very, very close match. I was in the tower rooting for you and losing my mind standing next to someone we both know, the great Jeff Alzina, the hardest working man in America, the James Brown of volleyball. All right. So you guys have match point, right? They tie up the game, and then now you're going through this long haul of switches. Almost feels like the scoring freeze because you guys are so evenly matched. Looking in hindsight, because sometimes it's how the ball bounces. I remember they actually, let's talk about this. You hit a jump floater, right? It hits the top of the tape. He gets it. He hits the ball off the top of the tape and it rolls over. Take me through your mindset after that happened and how you regroup.
Well, I was actually at the net and Tri was serving. So yeah, he hit that. I saw the ball hit the tape and it bounced twice on the tape, which allowed Krastelnikov to get there in time to pass the ball. And he passed it pretty high to give him a chance to get back and get an approach. And his partner Oleg set him pretty far off the net. So I pulled, and he swung, and it just trickled over, and that's just kind of how it goes. You know, it went from us having the trickle ace for the win, to them having the trickle kill to tie the game.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty rough, but obviously that happens, and we moved on. We had a couple more chances after that as well, but that was a big one.
Yeah. That is, and it's crazy when you have two teams evenly matched, everybody always says, "Oh, one play doesn't decide the match." I'm like, yes, it does, you dorks. Yes, it does, because when you have them making mistakes and you guys might err a play or two, whatever. Of course, there are plays you want back, but when the game's at 21, you got to make 21 mistakes to lose. So it does come down to those solitary moments. You guys beat an awful lot of teams to actually get to the semifinals. Particularly, one of the more notable big victories was over Gavira and Herrera, which, as you know, I was covering Court 5. I was calling all the matches on Court 5. So, to my knowledge, you played them twice, right?
Yeah, one on Court 5 and one on Stadium.
Yeah. So, I guess my question is, it's just general, but there might be something specific. What have you and Tri done since you guys joined together to have this rapid improvement, never mind automatic click chemistry?
Well, I think our biggest strength right now is our side-out game. We both, side out from either side, and
you set each other really well.
Yeah. But that's kind of our biggest strength, and that's how you gotta, that's what keeps you in games with the best teams in the world on the FIVB, is being able to side out at a high, consistent level. So that's why we've been doing so well. We got a lot to work on defense, but our side out keeps us in games, and especially against a team like Spain, where they're also a really good side out team, and we kind of edge them out in the side out game, both of those matches, which is how we took them down.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So you Tri got together and played the Manhattan Open, and from that point up to the present day, have been playing doubles together, correct?
Yeah, correct.
My opinion is, and I want you to tell me how close am I, Tri has gotten physically stronger from when you first started playing with him in Manhattan Beach to the present day. How right am I about that?
Yeah, 100%. Since Manhattan, it's almost like every tournament. Like, we've played in 5 tournaments, starting with Manhattan and ending in Vegas. And each tournament has gotten better and better and stronger and stronger. And that for me, it was definitely a little faster than I thought it would be. Him coming back to strength, but it's I would say it's pretty much back to how it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, like, his skill set, his ability to set, he's got good set deception, jump set, good directional integrity, very, very good block. You guys are really, really good splitting block, and I like the defeated concept of not having this whole permanent back row defender. I mean, if you look at the Latvians, right, you look at the Russians, you look at like half the teams from Brazil, they do the same thing, so why not you guys? And I thought that was very intelligent on your part.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going well with split blocking.
Cool. So I got a fan question. Jeremy Carlins asked, Trevor, do you think your skill set would translate well back in the old school days? The greatest athletes of that era don't think today's athletes possess the stamina and ball control to compete. And I don't know what consensus you have, but from what I heard from, I'm 48, so what I heard, like, he's not far off from the truth as far as what their assertion is. And the first question is, if when you win your first EVP, who do you want to beat in the finals?
Well, I'd really like to give another shot at Phil before he retires and beat him in the finals, because you beat Phil in the finals and it's a lot different than beating anybody else in the finals.
It really is. It really is. I took you back to Manhattan Beach, too. I mean, Taylor. Yeah. Well, Taylor already had a victory over Phil. People forget, I believe, in Seattle. Yeah. Hey, you know how to get to Carnegie Hall. Practice. So, and that was a big stage, and he's up. If you remember, your brother's up 2018, and he saw. I think he saw the 4 switch, the late switch. His eyes got big, and he took a shot that no one was even near, and is just barely out. And I think that's what we were talking about, right? Game of inches, man. It can go another way. So the third question is, we can get back to the first one because I'm still trying to break that down. Where did the Never Trevor hashtag campaign start, and who are you most looking forward to trash talking after you put an end to it? They put me on the spot. I just wanted to talk about volleyball. This is Jeremy Carlin.
Probably Ty Loomis. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about that anymore, having won the two FIVBs already. Yeah. Which mean a lot more.
Yeah, Kinzu, right? Kinzu is a big one for you. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So those mean more, but obviously I still want to win my first AVP sooner than later. But
I think, the crazy thing? I think this whole Never Trevor thing, which was designed to, they thought was to troll you or whatever, is actually helped move the volleyball needle. Listen, in sports, I'll give you an example. Conor McGregor, right? We're both MMA fans, right? A little bit. Conor McGregor, you're going to pay money because he talks so much trash. You're like, I'll pay my $64 to watch that guy get his ass kicked. Or if you're a fan and you like the way he moves, because Conor, if you see his stand-up style, he lives in the Matrix, and he's got a left hand that can shake the gods. So in my opinion, I think I didn't think it hurt you. I didn't think it hurt you.
Sure, yeah.
So let's get back to that first one. Your skill set. It's a question I hope you understand, because I'm trying to piece it together. How would it translate well back in the old school days?
I think, especially for me and Tri, split blocking, it would transfer pretty well. We both can do so many aspects of the game well. That's our strength, is being able to do each skill, well. So, and especially starting out on a bigger court would be a lot easier than today's game. So I think we'd be even better in that aspect of the game. Yeah,
I actually agree. The first thing I thought of, I said, wait a second, these guys split block like they do in the old school days. You guys actually use your hands significantly more, and with a heightened level of success, especially in the deceptive field. I think you've improved the last 2 years over that, and Try has always been good in that. Yvonne Chu asked, do you think you have an edge over Taylor, and in what way?
Of course I do. Yeah, the older brother always is on top.
Yeah.
But,
I think, yep.
We always have great battles against one another, and looking forward to even more next year, you know, in the Olympic run. And
yep.
But as an older brother, I always think I have the edge over him.
Yeah. I think sooner or later, intelligent players, never mind siblings who know each other very well, I just think intelligent players figure it out. You watch in a videotape, you know what someone likes to do, you see their tendencies, you know, like when this person jumps right, he likes to, you know what I'm saying, maybe cut back or cross biting this and that. This guy's favorite shot is the wrist away, so maybe a 3-block crash. It's a copycat lead, and I think the smart players, and that unequivocally includes you, because the smart players always wind up in the semifinals or finals in the AVP, and at some point, as you start playing these FIB teams more, right? You just get better at beating them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Jeremy Collins says, I 100% agree. Can't think of any other players on tour that are willing to stir the pot like Trevor, and I love it.
Yeah.
We called it. Yvonne Chu has a question about mental games. Is there something you do maybe that you think that would help you give an edge over someone? For example, I'll use one myself. You get a block on someone, maybe there's a little 5-second stare across the net, or you just kind of like whoop it up with the crowd. Is that one of the things that you see, maybe depending on who you're playing, that will help you? Maybe make them miss a shot?
Yeah, for sure. I did it a few times in Las Vegas. Definitely the stare downs and pumping the crowd up. I love doing that, and that gets me going. And that kind of gets you into the zone a little bit more in crunch time. And it's always been I've always kind of used that as an edge to have over the opponent. So yeah.
Yeah. Before I close up shop, because I promise you this only be 10 minutes, but dang, Trevor, you know how I do, man. At what point did you and Try, I wanted to get back to that for a minute, what point did you and Try get together and say we should play? Was it July or was it August? How long before the Manhattan Beach tournament?
It was right after, it was like about a week after Hermosa, AVP, so right around early August, about 10 days before Manhattan Open.
Yeah.
When he asked me. Yeah, it's a couple days before the deadline, actually.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to make the switch from Mayor to Try.
Right. Is 2020 the goal? Is this the super objective? Is this what we're looking at from the outside in, Trev?
Yeah, we're gonna meet in the next week or so and talk about making the run and get that all figured out pretty soon. So yeah, stay tuned.
I think the timing is perfect. I think you figured out a formula that always leads you in these tournaments at the end. You play with Rosie, you play with this person, you play with John Mayer, and you got Try back, still young, still strong, and now fresh, you know what I'm saying, over his mental illness, physical immunity illness, and like we just discussed, physically stronger. So how good do you think the timing is going in from now to 2018? Do you agree with me?
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, it's good that he got this little mini season in, this year before Olympic qualification, because it would have been a lot tougher, for his first couple tournaments back to be next year, But so it's good that he got these first couple months in this year. Yep.
Excellent. And last volleyball question, as far as physical preparation in the gym, as far as lifting weights or maybe the sand dune, don't know how close you live there, or as far as like I like stadium stairs when I used to train for this my beloved sport. What physical preparation do you do, and how much do you do it close to a tournament?
So obviously lifting in the gym, and then I do some hot yoga once a week. And then during the preseason, I'll run the sand dune a lot. But during like a tournament week, I'll usually just lift one day early in the week. off from lifting going into the event. So yeah, usually only one physical day during a tournament week.
Do you like your cardio right now? Like
Yeah.
you get these 4-day tournaments and at the end you're in the semifinals. You like your cardio right now?
Yeah, I'm at a good spot. You know, I didn't have most of the year. Didn't really get too tired towards the end of the tournament. So I think it's just where it needs to be.
How about try?
Yeah, I would agree. Same, especially you know, first couple tournaments where cardio wasn't as good as it is now, obviously. But now it's definitely where it should be.
Right. All right. So listen, I'm going to get to the lightning round questions we interviewed before, so you know what that is. I just wanted to say from a volleyball player's perspective, as a coach, and moreover as just a fan. I like you and Trevor together. You are Trevor. Sorry, I like you and Try together because I think you move the volleyball needle. I think you generate interest, and the fans want to watch you. In fact, my two most favorite matches and at Manhattan Beach, because I was there at Manhattan Beach, was you guys against K-Spear and Pretty, because you know they always bring it. They don't have an 80. They don't have an 80%. You want to talk about stamina? I mean, usually I like people to have a cruise control. You go 90%, you're good for the whole tournament. You know, these guys go 110% every play, and I'm like, that was one of my favorite matches. And I believe you played Rafu and Ed.
Yeah.
That was
correct.
3 sets. So my two favorite matches of the entire year, FIVB or AVP, happened to be in the same tournament. It was just this incredible will to win. The fans love you. They and of course they love Try. What's not to like about Try? And I hope you guys stay together, and I hope you guys have success in 2020. All right, Trevor, ready for the lightning round?
Right.
All right, I asked you this before, but let's remind the fans: ice cream or cupcakes?
Ice cream.
Cool. Swimming pool or ocean?
Ocean.
Cool. Last good book you read?
Talent is never enough.
Good. I mean, I thought I'd catch you. I thought I'd catch you. They asked me that, man. I don't freaking read. Let's kiss volleyball name, a team name. Kiss my ace, or you shall not pass.
Kiss my ace.
I like it. And last but not least, and I ask you this, but I'll finish this way: one person in the history of time, present or past, that you would like to have dinner with and maybe pick their brain. They could be alive or dead, Trev.
I'll have to go with Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. I love it. Trevor, thank you very much, okay? You, the Flying Hawaiian, all my best wishes to you, and definitely my best wishes to Tri-Born, and get out there and get after it, okay? I'm not, as you know, just like your brother, I'm not just someone that calls these matches. I'm a huge avid fan, so thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for being on the show.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, man. Thank you.
All right, cool, buddy. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Trevor Crabb, from the Brothers Crabb, the older Crabb. Hashtag never Trevor. He says, come and get me. All right, this is like a fan Q&A as well as true or false. So I'm actually taking some questions that are live, but I also have some questions that were sent to me prior. So let's start with, I guess let's start from the top. True or false? Trevor and Try for 2020. Actually, true. True. I think both of them are young. Both of them are both of them are better versions of themselves as short as like 2 or 3 months ago. They're better versions of themselves from 3 months ago. They'll definitely be better versions of themselves in 2019, and they'll definitely be better versions of themselves in 2020. True or false? Tr.Crabb and Jay Gibb for 2020. That's also true. I don't see anybody on the American horizon that's going to beat them. I think Bill Kolinsky and Miles Evans right now, who have actually victories over Trevor Crabb, with John Mayer, I'm not sure if with Try, are the next team up. I mean, if you look at the AVP and FIVB, the best FIVB American team not playing in the AVP is Kolinsky and Evans, and And yeah, and then you got the Crabbs and their partners, so it's going to be a toss-up between those three. But I think between now, as far as momentum is concerned, as far as discipline, and looking at a ton of video, and being better versions of themselves, yeah, I have to say that's true. Question, Marcus St. Marcus, what's your gangster name that you sometimes say on your videos? The other one is true or false. Do I have an AKA? It's actually true. I do have an AKA. My AKA is Y2Jason. Y2Jason. A few years ago, I dropped a bunch of weight. I used to weigh like 260. Used to be one of those big dudes that played indoor but didn't eat right. And then I took a year and I lost 60 pounds and I let my hair grow out. And it was around 2002 when like Chris Jericho, the wrestler, was popular and everybody started calling me Y2J because we kind of looked alike. I got, you know, and so whenever I go sing karaoke, the name carries Y2Jason, and that was a New York thing, and I got to California, and now everyone in California is doing Y2Jason. So that's my AKA. People are like, oh my God, that's a stupid name, but let me tell you something. When we go there after I sing a song, everyone in the crowd is singing Y2J. Okay, let's. Where are we at? We're with volleyball. True or false? Allen and Dougherty will be in the Olympics in 2020. That's false. True or false? John Mayer will stay with Avery Dross. I think that's also false. I think Dross is already playing with someone as we speak, but you guys can actually message me and do that again. Thank you, Marcus. Question. How did Vegas go? Platform 1440. What was the turnout? All right, so before I go any further, I will preface my comments by saying that I missed San Jose. I was offered an opportunity to actually MC and like call it the announcing, but I was in Tuscany, Italy. There was a trip that was planned from December a year ago. It was Tuscany, it was Rome, it was Siena, and it was Florence, and you know, I was. You gotta go, so I had to go to that. And I understand the turnout was not very big for San Jose. For Vegas, I think the only disappointment was the turnout. Was it empty? No. Did it have a lot of people? No. So there's this big gray area where I thought, and still think next year, as if we venture on to do that next year, I think they could definitely get more people. I mean, the crowd, you know, piled on as the weekend comes because people have to work and all that stuff. Sunday was a very, very big crowd for only, you know, for the third place and the first place games. But the crowd size, I think, and I think I speak for the, you know, KC Carrion or whatever, the crowd size could have been a little bit bigger and a little bit better. I think San Diego kind of takes care of itself. It's a volleyball town. On Huntington Beach, of course, is legendary, and that'll take care of itself. But some of the things, as platform continues to grow, figuratively as well, you know, and many ways that I think they can take care of. That will be taken care of. You know, they're gonna whatever. Visit local high schools. I'll do it. Give me Tr.Crabb. I'll take Tr.Crabb to like 5 local high schools. They'll all come. Is Kerry Walsh really that sweet? And the answer is absolutely yes. She is everything that you think she is. She's like this person with this huge heart that she wears on her sleeve. She's emotionally invested in her profession. She's personally invested into the health and wellness of elite athletes and in specific nature and in human beings as an overwhelming generalization. So to answer your question, yes. And Casey is too. Casey's one of the coolest people I ever met, like, in my life. The guy's chill, he's real, he's honest. You would have thought he was from New York, you know? And yeah, and of course, I sent this to them on social media. I'm eternally grateful for the opportunity they gave me, and hopefully that some of the work I put in will allow me to continue to do that work for them, where I'm optimistic, if not hopeful, my strengths will play to their needs. Let's see, next question. Where is the commentary on Court 5 that you did for Platform 1440? Okay, so in Las Vegas, I just made a decision, like Casey and I discussed it, that where my strengths can play to their needs, and I said just give me Court 5. I can call every single match on Court 5. So all 5 courts are streamed. They're all available, which is great, and I think the AVP and I think every volleyball, beach volleyball institution, including college, needs to just get on board with that. Just have them on 5 separate apps or 5 separate videos, and you can watch whatever match you want instead of having these ridiculous split screens, which I speak unanimous. I speak for everyone that every single person doesn't like the split screen. None of them do. You know, okay, maybe one guy. And yeah, so my color commentary is going to be available on Facebook Live. They allow me to operate under my handle under NY Varsity Sports, which is on Facebook. You don't have to like the page, just click on it. And of course, for my YouTube followers, all of the games, you know, the better, actually like really ridiculous high def quality will be on YouTube. In fact, those games are on YouTube right now as we speak. True or false? Mal and Sorum for the goal 2020. I think that's true, though I say with huge hesitation, because between now and 2020, it's a copycat league. You know, people just figure each other out. You know, it's not like the old days where it's like what I do best against what you do best. So, oh, well, just take care of our side of the net. That's all that counts. No, that's nonsense. Taking care of your side of the net only means that you're gonna beat the teams that you're better than. You're gonna lose to the teams that are better than you. You know, and for the teams that you're better than, yeah, that take care of your side of the net. I think that'll work. But there are levels to this, and right now, Christian Sorum and Andres Mal are leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else. I mean, no one in their mind, when they played every single match, no one in their right mind thought the other team had a chance of winning, and that's just real. That's true. What else? True or false? Brandie and Heather for goal 2020. Just talk to her. Do I even say false on that, on some general principle? No. You know what? She's young. Heather's young, and I think there'll be better versions of themselves. And the game is, it's all about catch up. It's all about playing catch up. You know. So by the time people catch up, I'm up. You know, I think that they'll be improving too. Everyone's going to improve. You know, it's just the sports science is better. The athletes are stronger. The athletes are bigger, and you know, you're messing with people's money. You know, especially since at this point there's not a whole lot to go around. You're messing with people's money. They're gonna make sure they're better. You know, you get better, but be ready. They're gonna take your lunch money. True or false? The competition is better at platform 1440 than the AVP. I will say that is true, but that's not really a one word question or answer. I think the top teams in the AVP and platform are equal. I just think platform has more depth. You know, I mean, all the way from the qualifier, all the way to the bottom of the draw, all the way to the top of the draw. So it's an emphatic true, but you know, that little side note, the top tier are about even. Let's see, who do we have? Mike Zaldo. So the next 2 platform 1440s with all the players going in off-season mode. Who played the next 2 stops? Also, excuse me, any intel on partners? Heard Van Horst bounce today. The next platform 1440s are going to have really good competition. I know the Norwegians will not be there, but I know there's going to be a slew of American competition as well as the Canadians and international competition that's going to continue to play. In fact, I would suggest the next platform 1440s will be even better because it's not the FIVB format where you have to represent your country. The first one, if you remember, Pedro Solberg played with Casey Jennings. So I love seeing the mixture of American players and international players as well as international players from one country and the other. So it's going to be better. Crystal Ball, who gets the 4 USA spots in 2020? Jeremy Carlin asked that question. That's cool because it's exactly the same question that was next on the list. I'm going to go Taylor and Gibb, and I'm going to go, based on what I've seen the last 2 months, if no one stops their momentum, I'm going to go Trevor and Tr.Crabb. And I think you guys are going to see more clearly when they start playing some of these domestic tours, how significantly they improved. And with styles making matchups and the way they're figuring things out, I'm very, very proud of the two of them, particularly Tr for battling this illness and coming out on top. And Trevor, who had a lot of things to figure out. I think, the last a year ago or 2 years ago, I think there were a lot of things where he couldn't get out of his own way. And he knows I'm not casting any aspersions on him or anything. I'm just looking from a volleyball mind and a volleyball perspective. And I think he's slowly figuring all that stuff out, And for the girls, I like, right now, Kleinman is getting really, really good. April Ross, still physically strong. Also ever improving. They have the first spot. And the second spot, everyone automatically assumes it's Sarah Hughes and Summer Ross, but I say this with I have cause to pause because I'm looking at Betsy Flint and I'm looking at Emily Day, and they look really good too. And they were giant killers over the weekend. They beat Kerry Walsh, and they also beat Sarah Hughes and Summer on a big stage, on a big night stage. Where it counted the most, it was playoffs. Winner, I believe, goes to the quarters or semis. It was a round 1 or 2 match, and I say let the two of them duke it out. And a lot of people don't mention Betsy Flint and Emily Day, and that's I'm a little bit confused about that because I think both of them being close to the same age, and Betsy works pretty much just as hard as Sarah Hughes does. For some reason, Sarah Hughes gets more of the rub. And I think, I don't know why. I think, Sarah Hughes is definitely friendlier. Betsy's a little bit more of an introvert, but introverted does not mean unfriendly. So it's one of those things where on the surface, everyone says Sarah Hughes and Summer Ross, but watch out for this team coming on the other end. Emily Day, even when she has a bad day, she's good, and Betsy, the last 12 months, and I told this to her face, I was like, the level, there's an open level, and there's open, and there's international, and Betsy, the last 12 months has leveled up, particularly in tight game situations where she needs to make plays and where her teammate needs her the most. I seen her take over games. So 2020, the first spot, Kleinman and Ross, because Kleinman's good now, and we haven't even seen the best, and Ross is gonna, on her worst day, go along for the ride, and on her best day, take over and serve people off the court. But that second spot, let them duke it out. Mike Zaldo, no spot for Phil then. I don't even think Phil wants to play anymore. I think, I'm guessing, and Phil, if Phil's watching this, if he ever watches stuff like this, he's gonna be like, dude, you know nothing about me. You're so wrong. But I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. That's what true and false is. That's what this whole fun about seeing the future is all about. And I don't think Phil's interested. And we'll see. But as far as points are concerned, as far as competing against each other is concerned, Phil still has their number, still has Tr and Trevor's number. He still has Crabb and Gibbs' number. But I say that again with caution, because Taylor has beaten them, and Taylor should have beaten them in Manhattan Beach. So he already has a victory in Seattle. The previous two went to Dalhousie and Lucena. In fact, Tr.Crabb made it to the finals in Austin with a partner he never, rarely if ever even played with, the much improved Tim Baumgren, and made the finals. So with that being said, on Taylor's side, and with Trevor, with the ever improving and stronger Tri-born, with this incredibly high volleyball IQ for a guy his age, watch out. Those are my people. All right. Advice. This is my last question. Unless you guys want to message me anything, I'll be more than happy to answer it. This section is called True or False, or it's called Q&A. So, advice for younger players to get better. I don't know who this is, but I like the question. And for all you young guys who want to get better out there, or for all you young guys who are in the qualifier, getting the round 2 or getting the round 3, and you're close but not quite there. You know, maybe this tournament, that's your turn to reach up and grab that brass ring and it slips through your fingers. This is my answer for you. Are you listening? I'll take these off so I can hear myself and you can hear me. Get a coach. Get a coach. Did you hear me? Get a coach. And I'll give you an example. Eric Baranek has a coach, Ricardo. Every morning, what are you doing? I'm training. The next morning, are you training today? No, why not? Let's go. So it's one of those things where everybody I've talked to, there's enough correlation to suggest instant success, all right? Again, Eric Baranek, since he had a coach, he made the draw 4 times, moreover, with 4 different partners. Let's go with Michael Boag, who's been playing with Jacobs. Since he got a coach, he's 4 for 4 in qualifiers, the main draw. So everyone who has a coach, and I know some of you guys cry broke, oh, it's expensive, I don't have enough money, yes, you do. You got money, okay? I see you at a Tower 12. You got money for booze, okay? I see you can't stay off the weeds. You got money for weed. You could spend some of that money on a coach. And everybody who didn't have a lot of money, who made the arbitrary decision to spend money on a coach, has had immediate success. Look at Bill Kolinsky. Look at Miles Evans. They're hitting the world scene, and they're just killing it. In fact, the last platform in San Jose, they took 3rd place. Really, really good team. Yeah, Jeremy, 2 years of travel. Nah, that's a big no for Phil, right? So for a lot of people that are younger that are coming up, a lot of you that have gotten so good so fast that maybe in your young age you think you got it all figured out. You don't. Get a coach. All right, so I guess that's it for Q&A, man. I want to thank everybody that sent me the questions via email ahead of time. And, of course, my live people, my faithful. I'm eternally grateful, and I'm always willing to dialogue with you anytime you guys want. All right? All right. All right, that's all I got today, guys. I had enough of you. I want to give a special shout out and a thank you to Brandie Wilkerson for taking the time out of her busy schedule to talk to us. I think I speak for many where we just wanted to see another side of her, and hopefully I was able to deliver that. Wanted to thank Trevor Crabb, of course, for coming on the show, because never Trevor. He loves it, he invites it, and it only makes him stronger. It's like giving Popeye spinach, all right? Thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you for the guys that participated in the Q&A as well as the True or False. And for now, until the next episode, Jason DeVilliers. So long.